Thank you, everybody. Welcome to our program. This first week of December, welcome to Miami Beach, Florida. Can you believe that? This morning as I came into the office, one of the engineers, Bill Staples, here at our studio, was going across the street, and he said to me, why don't we do a Florida show on your program today like you did from Daytona Beach? He said we could do it right out here in the parking lot. As we do this show, it's in excess of 70 degrees in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it's the first week of December, and everybody's supposed to be in a Christmas mood. I'm dreaming of what kind of bikini Christmas this year, huh? No white Christmas at all. But I'll tell you who's the saddest of the people. Gas and Electric Company. Yeah. Think about it. I think this is an early Christmas present to all of us, right? The bill, if my bill is not lower this month, I am going to pick it down front. I got to tell you the truth. You're going to pick it with me, did you say? What's that old joke? Keep on picking it, it'll never heal. Ted, you look... Teddy, the way you were standing there before, stand like you were before. Just say it looks like Mickey Mouse at 6:30. Quarter after 3. How are you, Ted? Everything all right with you?
Just fine. Love this weather.
We have an interesting show today because we have some delightful people. You are going to meet a lady, a young lady who 4.5 years ago was injured in an automobile accident and who has no feeling below her rib cage. Not long ago, at Wright State University in Dayton, she rode a tricycle. You are going to meet her today, and one of the doctors from the team who is doing all this up there at Dayton, and one of the things I want to talk with him about is this false hope for people who are paraplegic. We'll find out about that. In addition to that, you're going to meet a man I have admired for years and years and years, and that is a man whose name is Fred Waring, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful, wonderful man who's done so much for young people, young talent aspiring to get into show business. And it hasn't been many months ago that Rob Reider came on the show one day, and Rob loves this man, as so many millions of people do. And Rob came on and he said, I've got a heavy heart today. It's going to be hard to sing. And I said, why? He said, well, one of the people who had most influence on my life, Fred Waring, is being operated today with open heart surgery. The man is back. He's 82, looks wonderful, and still conducting concerts, and you're going to meet this great musician right here live on our show today. Speaking of great musicians, I think she's one of the best. Here's Mary Ellen Tanner.
Hi, I'm Mary Ellen Tanner. I love it. Have a merry, 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 merry Christmas. Have a happy holiday. Get yourself into a glow underneath the mistletoe. Have a Christmas in the good old-fashioned way. Hang a holly wreath and candle in each window. Hang your heart upon a shiny Christmas tree. Have a merry, 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 merry Christmas. Just as merry as it can be. Merry, sing it.
It's the time of the year when it's great to be alive. It's the time when the world wears a halo.
It's a time when you greet everyone you chance to meet, and you're glad to see old friends, and you say so. Every heart is young and gay, and isn't it wonderful, isn't it great to say, have a merry, 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 merry Christmas. Have a happy holiday. Get yourself into a glow underneath the mistletoe. Have a Christmas in the good old-fashioned way. Hang a holly wreath and candle in each window.
Hang your heart upon a shiny Christmas tree.
Have a merry, 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 merry Christmas. Just as merry as it can be. Just as merry, merry, merry as it can be.
Andy loves Gravy Train.
Now we love something better.
Oh, come on.
It's true, Gran.
It's improved Gravy Train.
It has a richer, thicker, real meat gravy.
Lot like homemade.
You can add water to the leading dog food or gravy up a better taste with Gravy Train dog food.
Gravy it up. My old friend has a new love.
Gravy it up with improved Gaines Gravy Train.
Gravy Train, this is a great product, and I guess you're thinking about a gift for that pet of yours. Well, one of the gifts that you can give the pet that keeps on giving is to start serving Gravy Train. It really is good. Come on, gravy it up. It has all the appeal of a homemade meal. All you do is add warm water and let it be there for a while, and then it gravies up with that natural meat gravy. Now that says Smokey on it. That's in honor of our police dog, our German Shepherd at the farm, Smokey. Got it free, by the way. There's a coupon in every bag where you can get one of those bowls for your dog from Gravy Train. It's great. It's just as
gravy, gravy, gravy as it can be.
Moving right along.
in this carnival-like atmosphere, as you would say, huh? Do you help with the dishes at home?
I tell you what.
Yeah, tell me what.
When we do have an automatic dishwasher, but we have
dishwasher.
some things that we don't put in the automatic dishwasher. We prefer to do them by hand.
Not what I asked.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, as a matter
Do you
of fact.
dry or you wash?
I do both sometimes.
Do you?
Sure.
When Gail was, did you have to do?
Even when she's not, I help.
Which, with 4 children at such a young age, is not too often.
Oh, really? That's got 10% real lemon juice. Sunlight
That
does.
he's talking about is Sunlight.
Sunlight.
And it is the best detergent for washing your dishes you've ever found. Help me with this, Rob. Isn't it the best detergent that you've ever had for washing dishes? Because with Sunlight, it helps to cut the grease and also the dried on food off better than anything you've ever Sunlight from Lever Brothers. There you go.
It
Rob.
works.
Is there a special on that?
Yes, Bob.
Okay, where's the special, Marion?
Special on the 32-ounce size at Foodland Markets, Huntington, Charleston, Parkersburg, West Virginia, Portsmouth, Ohio, and Ashland, Kentucky.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What a crazy day. Why are we so off the wall today? It looks like we're going to have fun. I think it's because I've got happiness to my right here. I would like you to welcome to our show Dr. Gerald Petrovsky, ladies and gentlemen, and Nan. Nan, what's your last name? They don't have it down here.
Davis.
Nan Davis. Nice to see you, Doctor. Welcome. Nan, I think they thought you wanted to be anonymous or something. They say Dr. Gerald Petrovsky and Nan.
Single.
Just Nan, huh? Nan from where?
St. Mary's, Ohio.
And Nan, you were injured actually in an automobile accident how long ago?
4 years ago.
4, and at that time the forecast of you ever getting out of this chair again was pretty dim, wasn't it? But now?
The weather's looking better.
The weather's looking better for your whole life, right? Dr. Petrovsky, we were pleased that on this program a couple of months ago, or several months ago, you actually said for the first time on television and talked about this before 60 Minutes and the other programs that there was hope that there would be a possibility someday for Nan and her counterparts across the United States and indeed around the world to maybe get out of those chairs, at least temporarily. How is the research going?
Well, myself and my colleagues at Wright State have been fairly busy, as you know, over the last few months working on what we're doing. And one thing I really need to make clear also is that what we're doing is part of a very large picture of people working around the world. It's not that one university is working on paralysis research. In terms of electrical stimulation, there's a half dozen around the country and around the world. More importantly, there's universities around the world working on neural regeneration, spinal cord grafts, and a lot of things that I think potentially are going to cure someday spinal cord injury. Now, our own work's going quite well. Her body's been built back up to close to normal. We've begun trying to teach her how to walk again. The computer, we got our computer system working, our feedback control system to allow her to stand and walk, but the problem that we had is that she forgot how. The system was fine. She's learning all over again how to get up out of chairs and how to stand again and learning how to control her balance.
Nan, when you were told about this program, were you asked to volunteer for it? How did you get involved?
I've been trying to get a hold of Dr. Petrovsky in Dayton a few times, and I couldn't get a hold of him. And I went to a convention in Minnesota where he was speaking at, and he gave his speech, and then afterwards I went and talked to him, and I said, it's pretty bad when you have to come all the way to Minnesota to meet somebody you've been trying to meet.
Who's just down the street, really, from where you live, in effect, right?
Not too far away.
How long ago was this?
June 11th.
Just this
Talked.
year? So you had heard about the research and thought, hey, wait a minute, this is for
Sounds
me.
neat.
I want to be part of
Right.
this. Well, when you met her and you found that she was so excited and interested in it, Dr. Petrovsky, did you get into the program immediately?
Oh, sure. I told her as soon as she came back to Dayton to come on down and see me. I'll get her right in the program.
Anytime there's progress or there's research, there are always critics. And you've had your share.
Oh,
a lot of
sure.
people say you're giving false hopes to people who are confined to wheelchairs. True or false?
Oh, number of people, but most people don't. But some people do, sure. And what's there to say? What's wrong with giving hope? False hope? We've always stated in the lab, myself, my colleagues Dr. Glazer and Phillips, that it's probably going to be 10 years or more before something's commercially available to everyone. And it's a research project. But on the other hand, is there anything wrong with giving hope to people? Does someone like Nan, is it good to live with hope or to live in despair? Maybe we should ask her.
No, it's not good.
How do you feel about it, Nan? Do you think it's false hope that the doctors are giving to people like you?
No, it's not. And because what he has already is fact. He has a bicycle that works and a leg trainer that works. And if nothing else becomes feasible, which I believe it will, he still has those two things, which gets the body back into shape, gets the heart in better condition, and your lungs and everything.
Because atrophy is the biggest problem with people who become confined to wheelchairs. Actually, when they are there for a length of time, the legs become small generally, and the muscles degenerate almost totally. And even if the spine were repaired, it would be very difficult to build those back up. With your program, with the stimulated exercise, you get the body back to what would be normal. Then the only malfunction is in the electrical circuits of the spine. Is that correct?
If nothing else comes out of our project, we have the technology now, in our lab from our own research, which has been fairly well accepted around the world, both in publications and meetings and everything else, to take people like Nan who have been in wheelchairs, bring their muscles, their bone back to normal, and more importantly than that, one of the real problems with being in a wheelchair is deterioration of the heart, cardiovascular system. It leads to cardiovascular disease and everything because of the lack of exercise. She can, and people like her now, get on a bicycle, one like we've designed, and she can pedal around campus or around their neighborhood and build their body back up again. That works now.
The other part of that story, too, would be in addition to the deterioration, without circulation would be cut down, and you would be very susceptible to sores on the legs, broken skin.
Blood clots in muscle.
Exactly, which could lead to early demise because of the fact that you could get the blood clot, which could go to the heart, and bingo.
Or clots in the leg, amputating the legs, which means that even if somebody comes along with some type of a drug that cures spinal injury, if the legs are gone and deteriorated and they have to be amputated, it'll never work. They'll
What if
never
someone
walk
had
again.
said to Dr. Salk years ago, well, you shouldn't really give people false hopes about not getting polio? And he said, well, maybe I better not do this, folks, and then we'd still be fighting that constantly, and there would be decimated bodies all over the world. But instead, what do we have? We've almost eradicated that problem from the face of the earth. So this is the same kind of thing as far as I'm concerned. And look at the man with the artificial heart. Now he's got to wheel around a big machine. It says he's confined to his home. Now maybe.
But he's alive.
He's alive, absolutely. And that brain of his is still functioning. He's a brilliant doctor. He still has the opportunity to contribute, and his life is valuable. But think about this. With the miniaturization we have today, maybe it's a big thing to wheel around today. Tomorrow it won't be. It'll be something that is possible and maybe available to more people. Let's get to the event. We're going to show you now Nan Davis, and watch what she does thanks to these research doctors at Wright State University.
This is on the outside of the university. It was shot a few weeks ago. It's when we had one of those cold snaps. I heard the opening to your show. This is not Miami. And by the time we got through shooting this, her knees were starting to turn blue. But this shows her pedaling around campus. This bicycle has its own throttle controls. It has its own onboard computer, runs on a few flashlight batteries of power.
Nan, how did you feel on that tricycle?
Oh, I love that. Except for it's too cold. But
Now this is where you were learning how to stand again. Now this is without physical help. It's with stimulation that is being done. Doctor, tell me what she has on her that causes.
She has a series of electrodes on her legs that stimulate different muscles. There's approximately 30 to 40 muscles being stimulated. And then there's sensors, and sensors are very important. It's really where we differ from what other people are doing with electrical stimulation. We place sensors on the knees and on the feet and on the hips and everything, so the computer can tell what she's doing. So when she tries to move her leg, it initiates sequences of activity, which you're seeing here. where she'll try to control her legs and walk again.
So you'll learn those sequences a little better and be more proficient at this the more you try.
With practice.
Yeah, for instance, when she first tried to... When she first tried to stand up, it was a major disaster. You know, and when we stand up, we lean forward, shift our center of gravity, and stand up. So the first time we got the system together, I told Nan, okay, we're ready, let's try it, stand up. She was sitting like this and tried to stand up and flew across the back of the chair because she forgot about shifting her center of gravity. She forgot how to walk again. So it's like going back to a 1-year-old and teaching them all over again. So we had to put a safety harness on her, and that safety harness she is wearing, it's a parachute harness. If she falls, it catches her 1 foot off the floor, and if she tries to exert her strength too strong and jumps off the floor, it keeps her from hitting the ceiling and getting a concussion. So it's safety to keep her from getting hurt.
I've already had a few.
Nan, you've been a spunky young lady all your life, though, and you did not let this deter your ambitions after you had your accident. You've continued to go to school, and you're about to graduate in a year?
Yeah.
What's your major?
Elementary education.
So you're going to be a school teacher, but I hear you may change.
I want to go into something else.
What?
Educational television.
Now, when did you change your mind on this?
About 2 months ago.
When the people from 60 Minutes came down and took your picture. Well, what do you want to do in the field of educational TV?
Oh, maybe children's public television or some type of public television like that.
Do you know, you probably are not totally aware of it, but you are an inspiration around the world. This story didn't just have the United States. It may have started in Dayton and spread to here and spread across America, but your picture has been in every newspaper in the world because this is big news. We're living in an age where the impossible today is the possible tomorrow. And Doctor, I really agree with you. One of the things that I really detest in our business, in this media, is the predominance of down news, where it's the greatest thing in the world to tell everybody how bad everything is. I've always subscribed to the theory that there is something positive you can think about, and to bring people, not good news necessarily, but something that gives you hope. And if you have hope, then it spreads like wildfire. Why bring people down? I think that every newscast at 6 and 11 and whenever else they care to have one, at some point in the news ought to give some positive thing. Now, maybe it doesn't get as big a ratings as showing the blood and guts and all that sort of thing, but at least it gives people hope, and maybe as a nation we could lead the world in that respect of giving people hope. Doctor, you've got to have great satisfaction with you and your partners in this research and your counterparts around the world who are also involved in one phase or another, that you're doing something that heretofore was thought, never will it happen again. What kind of feeling does that give you?
Initially, when we got her to walk, exhaustion. It was a lot of days of very hard work. We were afraid of hurting her and the other 3 people who are involved in the walking group right now. And so we were doing something like NASA does, system simulations. We had a mannequin, a department store mannequin that we nicknamed a Nannikin. It's blonde, female.
And I'm not dumb.
And we had it set up in the harness, and we'd move its legs and kick its leg out to see if the computer could catch it. And we'd go through 10 to 12 hours of simulations before we'd let her get in the setup because we wanted to make sure it was safe for her. And when we finally got it to work, everybody was just exhausted. But after a few days, we had the chance to think about it. And one of the things about the news coverage was that it just gave so many people some hope around the world that, take care of your bodies, because someday, be it a chemical cure, a neural transplant, or whatever, someday you may walk again. So take care of yourself and have hope, and it's a nice feeling.
Let me show you something that Nan's doing without even knowing it. Now, before, 2 months ago, or so, whatever, you would have been in your chair and you would have been sliding down, and someone would probably have had to come over occasionally and push you back. Because you have been practicing as you have, and maybe this is an observation I have made since seeing you downstairs in our office and here on the set. When you want to get more comfortable, you lean forward, and because of what's been going on with you, you're pushing yourself back. You're handling your body better because you're more aware of it, and also it's getting back to normal. That must be a wonderful feeling that maybe now you're taking it for granted, but there are a lot of people watching out there in chairs right now who can't do that yet, who will be able to do that. Are you aware that you're doing that when you lean forward and handle yourself?
Yeah.
Huh?
Gets sore sitting.
I guess, but maybe soon you won't have to.
No.
We're going to show you how this works. So, Doctor, you have some electrodes connected to where?
Yeah, this goes to one of her upper leg muscles, and this is a piece of one of the computers, and it's part of the stimulator system that we use. One of the things you can see if you look at her legs, those legs are not withered away. She has good, healthy, strong legs, and there's some electrodes above her muscle.
And she was injured 4.5 years ago, folks. Normally you would be looking at just skin and bones right
You'd be able to see the bones and tendons, and there'd be nothing there. You know, she's gained several whole inches around her leg since July when she got into the program.
If that's false hope, then give me more of it, doctor.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I don't have the sensors on her knee or on her shoes or anything, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the stimulator on, and I'm going to use my eyes as sensors to watch her knee, and then I'm going to regulate this particular device to lift her leg up. Okay, go lift her leg up a little bit. Okay, and I can make her leg come up, and it'll control it and hold it at that level, or I can have it extend fully, and by using electrodes on different muscles, you can make any of the muscles or any of the legs move. We had her in the lab the other day, moving her legs back and forth and sideways and everything else. And the thing is that right now I'm looking at it, and for me or for her to control each individual muscle like that would be very, very difficult. But the computer looks at all the muscles in the leg and all the joints, and it determines, you know, what she's thinking about doing, and then initiates whole patterns of activity and looks at her foot to see when she touches the floor and everything to coordinate that activity.
Now, she can't carry that around, doctor. What's the hope for the future of a little thing like, I remember when they first came out with those little adding machines, you know those like little computers? Now you can put one that's smaller than a package of cigarettes, so you can stick it right in your pocket.
Well, our first generation system looks like a telephone switchboard. Anybody who's seen it in the news coverage, it looks like something out of a Frankenstein movie, I guess. The next generation system that we're working on right now, we hope to have finished in the next few months, is about this big. And most of the wires are replaced with just a few wires. The final generation after that will be about the size of a postage stamp with one wire going down the leg. And then finally, we hope to implant it under her skin, so no more external wires, you know, nothing on the outside. She just works normally again, or as normal as she can.
You know, when she moved her leg, I've got goose pimples all over my body, I'll tell you the truth. Nan's mother is here today, and I know she must be one of the happiest ladies in Marion right now. And Mrs. Davis, if you'd stand, I'd like the people to see her pretty young mother back here today. I know you're thrilled with the progress that she's making. Thank you for coming. Nan, I thank you for coming to visit with us today. And Dr. Petrovsky, I know that this is something that's just in its infancy, relatively speaking, but it's going to be interesting to watch it unfold. Would you please come and give us periodic reports as to what you're doing? And may I ask, who's paying for all this? Where's the money coming?
Like any other, Wright State's a state university, and Wright State provides probably the largest amount of support for it within the state system itself, including my salary. Aside from that, we've had a lot of private donations, which are very important, and we've got support from the American Paralysis Association and the Spinal Cord Society and private foundations like Armco Steel, as well as some government funding from the National Institute of Health.
Well, on behalf of all of the rest of us people, may I thank you. And Nan,
thank you for having us.
You've been the greatest inspiration I've had in years, and wouldn't have been a crime for her not to be able to be an active person. She's going to make it all the way. And when you get your television show, I can tell you one's going to watch.
You want me to interview you?
Yeah. Nancy Davis and Dr. Petrovsky. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Look, not one of these toilet bowl cleaners works like germicidal Saniflush. Not Comet, it can't clean rust stains like Saniflush. Not Vanish Liquid, 2000 Flushes, or Blue Boy. They can't clean rust stains or kill common household germs like Saniflush. Saniflush releases churning bubbles, chemically breaks down stains, deodorizes, and kills germs. So for rust stains, why buy these when germicidal Saniflush works like the others can't?
Cleaning the family's toilet bowl isn't always the most pleasant job, but it has to be done, and why not use the very best? Commit germicide with germicidal Saniflush. It has those blue bubbling action crystals that really will work, and even in the parts of the country where the water is hard, this has hard water cleaning strengths. It really deodorizes and it disinfects. It works, so come on and commit germicide with germicidal Saniflush. Now with a new child-resistant cap. There's a complete line of Saniflush products, including the liquid and the in-tank kind. Come on, commit germicide with germicidal Saniflush.
Now for your laundry. Let's talk about Whisk and You. You've been using this product for 25 years, at least many of you, and some of you have been using it just to get rid of ring around the collar and then putting something else in the washer. Well, I'd like to suggest to you that you think about Whisk to get your whole wash clean. And you know, in some areas of the country, we think that things have to have all kinds of suds to clean. In other areas of the United States, they think of it as a bunch of suds. It's hard to rinse out, and it doesn't clean as well. Well, I'm here to tell you that Whisk is a low-sudsing detergent that really works to get your whole wash clean. To prove it to yourself, you have to try it. Doesn't it make sense to you that if Whisk is strong enough to get rid of ring around the collar that ordinary detergents won't when you wash it just by itself, doesn't it make sense that it's going to get the other dirt from your clothes better than what you're now using? And you can get this in several size packages at your store. It's a liquid, a low-sudsing detergent called Whisk. It has been on the market for 25 years, and the reason is those who use it know how good it is. $7,900 in the jackpot, and here is our clue for today. G. G like in golly. If I call you today, you just tell me G and you'll win $7,900. Now get all the letters, because we have from RCA a video disc player that you can play your favorite movies when you want to at your home, plus 3 movies, the video discs of Jumbo, Rocky III, and Star Wars II. They will be given to you if you have the sentence correct and we call you. Once you get all the letters, you send them to Box 211, Cincinnati 45201, along with your name, address, telephone number, and the secret sentence. By the way, there are 16 letters in the current sentence. G like in golly.
That's the second ring.
Strange, their last name begins with the same letter that's the clue, which I won't tell them when they answer the phone, if they do. 4th ring, no answer so far. Ooh, wow, would I like to give this money away today? $7,900. There's the 5th ring, and the 6th is coming up right now. We must assume that these folks are not at home. Let's give one for good measure. They are not at home, definitely not. They live on Twin View Drive in Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh. That's a 39. That's Western Hills, isn't it? Cincinnati 39. Groesbeck. That's why I say it's Groesbeck.
Groesbeck.
I should know. I even live near there, and I don't even know the zip code.
Close enough.
Of course, I don't even know my phone number. We were trying to call someone on Twin View Drive, Cincinnati, out in the Groesbeck area. They did not answer the telephone. Maybe I'll call you on the next program. If I do, I can't believe it. $8,000 could be yours. New Made Margarine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a product that we welcomed back to our program the other day, and I was so thrilled, and it's just in time for all your Christmas baking, baking those Christmas cookies, basting the Christmas turkeys, and I can remember over the years, as long as I've talked about New Made, that we always said anything you spread it on, melt it over, or cook it in gets a flavor lift. That's very true. One thing that you may not know, and it is not printed in as bold a letters as fresh dairy flavor and New Made Margarine, a little Bonnie New Made in the corner, but right beneath where it says fresh dairy flavor, it says no cholesterol. Isn't that important to you? They have a variety of kinds of New Made Margarine these days. You'll find the original way in the stick form in a golden package, because it's golden good New Made. And those sticks, each 1/4 pound, are all measured for you to follow your recipes more easily. But you talk about flavor, here it is. And we're so glad it's back home. We hope that you'll show your gratitude by buying New Made Margarine at your store right now. I bet you if I had people raise their hands, I'd have a hard time finding one person in this studio who's tried hot grape nuts. It's a new idea. Anybody tried hot grape nuts? That's what I say. There's several right here today, folks, in this studio. Right there in the 3rd row, 2 people raised their hands. I thought I was the only one. You know, it's kind of like fixing oats. Sometimes people say, well, wait a minute, grape nuts are supposed to just have the little milk or cream over the top of it. It's wheat, barley, fortified with vitamins and minerals, and absolutely delicious. Try grape nuts. Hot grape nuts. Golly, you love it.
Mmm, delicious hot cereal. What is it?
Mmm, great. What is it?
Yummy. What is it?
Grape nuts? It's a great hot taste from an unexpected place. Hot grape nuts. The recipe's easy. The result? A savory blend of wholesome wheat and barley, deliciously hearty, uniquely grape nuts. For a great hot taste from an unexpected place, hot grape nut cereal.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great deal of pleasure that we welcome to our program one of the great people in the history of show business, and a man who's done so much for many young people who belong to the Pennsylvanians over the years. Would you welcome the one and only Fred Waring? Do people expect you to do that, totter in and totter out, Fred?
Yes, that's right. I eat lots of gravy train, though. And Santa Flush.
Oh, that's real healthy.
That's good.
I bet you do get tired of this. Well, the man is an institution, and if somebody else says, he's still alive? Fred, you are very much alive, well, and kicking, but we were worried about you when Rob came in.
Be careful.
You're fragile?
Not much there.
Oh, you've lost weight, haven't you?
Don't pinch it. Oh, I lost 27 pounds. Hurt my back looking for it.
But you're glad it's gone.
No, I wish I had it. Really.
Well, maybe you gain it back, slowly but surely.
I'm having fun, though.
Back on the road
Got
again?
some pretty new girls in the band.
Now, the man is well. I can tell you that right now. The man
Hey,
is
you
well.
had one of them here, Jody Light.
Yes, I did. Jody
She's a doll.
She is a doll baby. She's from up around Lima,
Lima, Ohio.
That little girl
We
can
call her the
really
Bean.
sing. But all of a sudden, she's grown up. You know, she had a lady or a grown person's
Yeah,
voice
she'll
when she
be
was
18
7.
day after Christmas.
Is she singing with you now?
Well, not this second, but she's part of the Pennsylvanians, yes.
You know, I now know where you got part of your personality, Rob. I now know where it came. Was he always like this when you were on stage?
Always. I mean,
I lost the bad part of it. He got it.
I got to tell you, we would be singing beautiful songs, and all 18 singers would be up there, and the band would be on either side, and he's trying to make us laugh while we're trying to sing beautiful love songs.
I'm trying to make you look human.
You mean we didn't look
Well,
good?
I don't like to conduct corpses.
A little animation in the face.
Corpuscles, yes, but not corpses.
We have some pictures of the Pennsylvanians over the years, and Rob, you probably know more about these pictures than I do. The original group here we have right now, there they are, the original four.
That's me there with the banjo.
Who were the original four? You just started as Fred Waring and...
Well, Tom's at the piano. That's my brother Tom. Polly's at the drums, Polly McClintock, who passed away 2 years ago. Freddie Bucks in the foreground on the right. He was a great musician, and I'm faking there in the middle, bent over the way I should be now.
Now, the 1922 group, it had grown just a little bit. And
yeah,
then
that's...
the thing we know, I guess, remember...
We were then a glee club.
And I
think
remember
there are 8 or 9 there now.
The Chesterfield radio show. That was the thing that was, I guess, right after that.
That was 1942.
Then you grew some more.
Added
It was
women.
very gruesome, yeah.
Then in the 1940s, let's take a look at those people. There
That's
they are.
Chesterfield.
Oh,
What is that? Oh, that's at the Roxy.
That must have been an incredible show.
We had a 55-piece band.
Oh, unbelievable. This was
Biggest and the best jazz band ever, I think.
This was the television cast in the 1950s. And then, just briefly, the Pennsylvanians went downhill a little bit. They had Rob Reider as one of their singers. And
The Rob Reider.
I want to show you. Rob is the one, well, you know which one. There with the funny knees, right there in the middle.
Yeah, bad knees. That was the first Waring Blender group that we put together when we were working at the workshop together. And
How
that was
old were you,
What was that group again?
The Waring Blenders.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, don't let these gems fly by, folks. The Waring
The
Blenders.
Waring Blenders.
How long were you with them, Robbie?
I was with the Pennsylvanians for 1 year on the road. I attended the workshop for 2 years as a student, came back as a scholarship student, then on staff, then went on the road with the Pennsylvanians and returned that year as a staff member in charge of the scholarship students. I have a lot of my life at the Fred Waring Music Workshop.
What did you do on the road with us, Bob?
Well, I sang in the Glee Club.
You did?
Yeah.
gets old and don't remember.
Well, I was hoping to forget, Mr. Waring, but no. Sang in the Glee Club. I was a soloist in a couple of the things we did, and I did a narration piece, James
Sure
Weldon
did.
Johnson's God's Trombones.
You sure did, Bob. I was very proud of you at the time.
Thank you.
Well, just to show you how Fred's kidding, when I came in today, he said, that Rob Reider's got 4 kids now, hasn't he? So you really keep up on what these people are doing.
Well, Katie's been good for him.
We have another one of your young people with us today, Lenny Thomas, who is the choral director, arranger, soloist, and accompanist for the Pennsylvanians, and in his 12th year with the group, and he's going to be part of the big show at the Dayton Memorial Hall tonight at 8 p.m.
He's also the head of our faculty at the workshop.
And he's here right now. Lenny Thomas. Lenny.
Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your dream, a dream that will need all the love you can give every day of your life for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your
We'll be back with more from Fred Waring after we pause for these messages. Real inspiration, Lenny. Thank you very much.
I saved you, Lenny.
Wheatsworth from Nabisco. Here's something you want to put on your shopping
I got
list.
halfway up that mountain and slid back.
I saw that. Well, one thing you need for a little more energy to help you gain some of that back is some Wheatsworth, 100% wheat, and it's stone ground wheat crackers, and you talk about good. Look for the red triangle in the corner of each one. You'll find they're absolutely delicious, made for you by Nabisco. When you're doing your shopping for your holiday items
How
that
do
you
you
want
open
for your
these
party,
things?
you have to blast, Fred, I think. Don't forget to put those on your shopping list, and you look for the cookies and snack crackers and things from Nabisco. That red triangle says quality corner. You'll never go wrong with Nabisco. Now, Mrs. Butterworth's, and I talk about Mrs. Butterworth syrup. This is the Buttermilk Complete Pancake Mix. They have the regular Complete Pancake Mix and the old-fashioned where you add the shortening and the like. But you talk about something put together for you with tender love and care. This has butter, that natural butter flavor in there, for which Mrs. Butterworth has been known for years, and now you can get that. Yes, I'll try that. Now you can get this in pancake form to make your own at your house, where with the Complete, all you do is add the water and you have the best tasting pancakes you've ever had. There are specials at these stores, so take advantage of them right away.
Wow, pancakes!
Not just pancakes.
They look like pancakes.
Mrs. Butterworth's pancakes aren't just plain pancakes. Mine are the only ones made with natural butter flavor for fluffy light pancakes with that special Mrs. Butterworth taste.
Mmm, great pancakes, Mrs. Butterworth. No wonder you named them after you.
Old-fashioned Complete or Buttermilk Complete. When Mrs. Butterworth's is on the outside, there's natural butter flavor on the inside.
And now while Fred has lunch, we're going to introduce a singer with the New Pennsylvania and also serves as public relations assistant for the show. He'll too be singing tonight with the Pennsylvanians and Fred Waring in Dayton. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Tom Patera. Tom, welcome back.
This is mine, you can take it. Long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me, someone I've needed so long. For once unafraid, I can go where life leads me, and somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew that someone warm like you could make my dreams come true. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. For once I have something I know won't desert me, I'm not alone anymore. For once I can say this is mine, you can't take it. Long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. For once I have something I know won't desert me, I'm not alone anymore. For once I can say this is mine, you can't take it. Long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone
Get into a great mood. Don't forget the Pennsylvanians tonight at Memorial Hall in Dayton. Tyson Chicken. This is something that you'll enjoy often during the holidays, all year long, really. But it's something special that you can fix to have something delicious for those holiday entertaining parties. For example, you can buy Tyson Country Fresh Chicken and get all wings if you want to. You know, they go to those parties and people serve what they look like, those little bitty chicken legs from the baby chickens. Those are really wings, folks. And you can get all wings in big packages from Tyson. It's Tyson bread and Tyson fed and sold at stores in the cooler where it stays fresher longer. Don't forget Tyson Chicken, sold to you with a money-back guarantee. You must be satisfied or your money back. Now for final touch on laundry day, wash day. Here's something that softens and whitens. And
nice shape.
It does. Doesn't she have a nice shape, Fred? We got her out of your front row from the Pennsylvania. Just a matter of fact. She leans a little toward north side though. But this is a product that is highly concentrated and takes out the static electricity and gets your wash whiter and brighter than ever before. From time to time, Lever Brothers has specials at many stores around the area, so be sure you take advantage of final touch for the final.
I don't get any touch.
Rob Reider told me you were a soft touch. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding?
Fred Waring, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, Fred, we have the Ruth Lyons Children's Christmas Fund going on our program, and we have with us today some. You want to write us a check? We have going on the show a show coming up on the 19th of December. We had one Thanksgiving Day, and some of our top gift winners are with us today, and we'll get to them in a minute. But I want you to see where we jumped overnight. Yesterday we had $206,000, and today we have $210,972.61. How about that? We salute two more of the nearly 100 hospitals whose pediatric services we help support with your contributions. Dearborn County Hospital, Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and the Community Hospital Medical Center in Marion, Ohio. By the way, this group here today presented us with $125.46. Congratulate yourselves. Good contribution. Once a week, all during the fund, because of the generosity of Ed and Carol Newscapel, who own Dante's Restaurant and the Imperial House West, we've been giving away an RCA video disc player, and today we're pleased to announce that winner, and I hope she's watching. It'll be a nice thrill for her. Helen Teagarden, route number 1, Brooksville, Kentucky. Congratulations to you, Helen. Your video disc player will be on its way. We have another one next week, or the week after, and also on December the 19th on our big holiday program. Now, if you'll excuse me for a second,
Bye.
Fred, Rob, and Mary Ellen, I'll be back. I have a great pleasure today because I have with us some winners of some very, very fine things. Robin Allen is on stage with us, and Robin is Marketing Director for Home State Savings. Robin, welcome to our program.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, Robin. And right here, a nervous lady standing in the middle. She told me, she said, as she got off the elevator, I'm just shaking all over the arm around you.
Oh, yes.
Does that make you feel a little better?
Yes.
Good. If I don't do well, I'll send for Fred.
That helps.
You are Mary Ann Steele.
And I've got laryngitis.
Have you?
Yes.
Well, she's Mary Ann Steele of Green Tree Road in Lebanon, Ohio. Robin, you have a pleasure to present her with something, and I'll give you the microphone, okay? Right there.
Fine, thank you. First of all, Bob, I would like to say just how very pleased Home State is to be associated with the Ruth Lyons Christmas Fund, with it being such a worthwhile and deserving cause. And Mrs. Steele, for you, I have a passbook along with a deposit ticket in the amount of $2,500, representing a savings account for you. And I'd like to wish you and your family a very happy and healthy holiday from everyone at Home State Savings.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Robin, and thanks Home State. Thank you very much.
Keep it in.
She's going to keep it on deposit.
Keep it on deposit.
Oh, that's great. It'll get you 8% interest. Thank you very much. Now we'll get our next winner. Thank you very much. And now our next winner coming in is coming right into the center of the stage. Watch the wire. They're good. We have with us on stage now from Ponderosa, Joe Coleman, who's Assistant Vice President and District Manager of the Dayton area. Nice to see you, sir, and welcome to our program. And I'll give you the mic, all right?
Thank you.
With this in the center, we have, it's Meg Jacoby of Blocker Drive, Kettering, Ohio. Hello, Meg. Nice to see you. Meg, are you in school right now?
Part-time at Sinclair.
At Sinclair. You're, a freshman, or?
Just taking a few classes. I'm working at Winters National Bank and
So
Trust.
now maybe you'll be able to go full-time next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Isn't that great? You live where?
Kettering.
What are you studying, or what do you want to do?
Just basic courses right now. I haven't quite decided. I'd like to go into the health field, though.
So now, because of Ponderosa, I think it's going to be possible.
Yes.
Well, we're going to try. We have a $4,000 scholarship that Meg will be able to use towards her education.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joe. Ponderosa has done this for us for a number of years now, and I really am appreciative, and I'm quite sure that we probably have maybe 10 or 12 young people who have graduated from college because of this now. This is about 10 or 11 years in a row.
About that many.
And I really appreciate it. Tell Jerry Office, the president and chairman of the board, and all of his staff, and all the young people who work at the Ponderosa steakhouses, at the systems all over, how much we appreciate it, would you?
I'll certainly do that. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations to our prize winner right here. How about a nice hand for Meg? Hello, how are you?
Fine, Bob. How are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty well, trying to shove things along a little bit today to get as much as possible. These are busy days for us, you know. With the Christmas fund, we all get up a little bit uptight around this time, because I look at that 210 and I think, well, that's good, but divide that by 100 and you need some more, you know. And we're right now at the crucial 2 weeks before the fund is over for another year, and this is where we make it or break it. And I hope this inspiration today will help you. We have on stage with us from Stacy Storage and Moving Company, we have with us Jim O'Leary, who is the Regional Sales Manager. Jim, nice to see you. Would you welcome him to our show, please? And in the center, a very nervous lady, too. When I called you on Thanksgiving, I've never heard such a scream in my life. Your name is Diana, is it?
Malje.
Malje is how you pronounce it. Diana, what do you do?
I'm kind of an unemployed, ugly bartender. I won that for multiple sclerosis last year.
You won that contest?
I'm it, yeah. 2 more months.
2 more months of being, as they called you, the...
Ugliest bartender.
And what bar do you work in?
I did work at Stewart's Irish Pub. But I've retired because of health problems.
I see.
Yeah.
And you
I'm
have
going to let somebody else do it now.
somebody else be the ugly bartender, huh? I
got
think this is kind of a tongue-in-cheek contest that they have every year.
It's to raise money for multiple sclerosis. We raised over $5,000.
Well, you help
in 2
everybody.
weeks.
You helped us with the Christmas fund, too,
Yes.
which we appreciate. You have a family?
And oh, do I? Yes, 3 children, 3 teenagers.
How old are they?
18, 17, and 13.
And they all, except the 13-year-old, can drive now.
There's a 17-year-old sitting there waiting for something, yes.
How about you? Do you drive?
Yes, I do.
Well, for years, Stacy Storage and Moving Company has given me the top gift Thanksgiving and the top gift at Christmas time. And Ron Juergens is the president of that company, and he's celebrating his birthday today. And I know he wants to hide, but Teddy, give me an arpeggio. You folks got to help me thank this man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ron. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ron Juergens, and thank you. All right, Joe O'Leary, it's your turn now to thrill this lady because she's won something special.
Okay, Diana, all of us at Stacy would like to congratulate you on winning the car, and I'm happy to present the keys to your new Chevette.
Thank you very much.
1983 Chevette automobile.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You made my year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I got to tell you, if I've been voting, I wouldn't have voted for you as an ugly bartender. You're a sweet lady.
Thank
We
you.
congratulate you. How about a big hand for her? That's a happy, happy lady. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much. Now, I've got to take a minute here to talk a little bit more about the Ruth Lyons Children's Christmas Fund to get you to help us out. First of all, for the first time in all the years that I've been associated with this fund, and this is our 26th year to help raise the money. I did it for 10 years with Ruth, and then for the last, this is my 16th year with the Bob Braun Show raising the money. And we have raised in those 16 years close to $7 million thanks to your generosity. And that is a real thrill, believe me. And it's, just a minute, man. It's just something that I've got to thank the lady who started this thing. She saw a need, and it's just like that doctor who saw the need and is now helping out. She saw a need over 40 years ago when she went to the Children's Hospital, which was called then, here in Cincinnati. And she went on the air on her radio show in those days and told the people honestly what she saw. The result that year, $1,000, which in those days, for that one hospital, that was probably one of the biggest local charities ever. It grew as her program grew, and then as we have assumed responsibility for the fund, it has continued to grow thanks to your generosity, and I personally appreciate it. None of us take a bow for this. We give you the accolades because it's your fund. The money comes from you. The money comes perhaps from our efforts in acquainting you with it, but it still comes from you. And our company allows me the luxury of going on the air and using airtime to ask for this, and then we give the money to volunteers, men and women at the hospital level who don't get paid for that portion of their job, who employ the fund there for you to help the young people. We stretch that money about 4 times of what it would normally bring by the way we handle it, and so I really appreciate your confidence in building it every year. You see some pictures of some of the young people who are benefiting from your generosity, and I hope right now you'll dig down into your heart and put your heart into a letter, and also your gift of love will brighten the eyes of a child if you send it to Post Office Box 59, Cincinnati 45201. We'd love to hear from you and hear from you now. The show I told you about, the 19th of December from 7 to 8 o'clock in the evening, preceding the Bob Hope Show on NBC, and in Indianapolis on WTTV, you will be seeing our show from 8 until 9 o'clock, so it's prime time. We have a great show as far as Christmas music is concerned. Our top gift of the day will be a 1983 automobile, again from Stacy Storage and Moving Company, another $4,000 college scholarship from the Ponderosa Systems, and we also have, in addition to a 10-day trip to the Caribbean from Mike Sells Potato Chips, a trip to spring training from Barney Rapp Travel for the Cincinnati Reds, we also have another $2,500 Silver Saver account from Home State, plus a whole bunch of other things that you can get, none of which cost us anything because they're donated by wonderful people like you met today. So how about it? Post Office Box 59, get your heart into a letter, address it today. If you're sending in specifically for the scholarship, write that on the front of the envelope. If it's a child's contribution, put that on the front. Otherwise, it's just Ruth Lyons Children's Christmas Fund, Box 59, Cincinnati 45201, and yes, your contribution is tax deductible. Today, $210,000. Watch your money add up by sending your contribution today. We'll be right back. Let me take your picture real quick. Hold still, right there. Looks like a radio, doesn't it? It is. It looks more like a radio than a camera, but a top part is a camera with a built-in flash attachment that uses that 110 drop-in cartridge film. It is an AM/FM radio, and over here it's a clock radio with a digital readout that if you press a button, it gives you another time in another city that you preset. Great for vacations. It also has a flashlight on the side in case you lose your car keys. There it is. Press that button and the flashlight part's right on the end. And this radio is so lightweight that you can carry it right along. When you go on vacation, you got your alarm clock, you have your AM/FM radio, and you have your camera. Oh, you can store your film and keep your car keys in the back. All of this and more, and it runs on penlight batteries, and it's made, are you ready for this, in the United States of America. And it's made with component parts from Dayton, Ohio. To order yours, send your name and address and a check for $69.95 for each one you want to Octopus, Cincinnati 45201, or call toll-free 1-800-442-0136 and use your charge. This will be processed within 24 hours and you will get it in time for Christmas, so don't forget to get your letter in right now. Boy, I've got so many contests going on. I don't know which way to turn, to tell you the truth. We have the Jello. You in the Jello contest? You're not, are you? I thought you would be. I hope so. Winnie gets into everything. Winnie Evans in our front row. We have $3,000 to give to you if you get your name and address into me to Jello, and there's a post office box on that, to Jello, and it's Post Office Box 536, Cincinnati 45201. Send me the front panel of the Jello, gelatin dessert, or the instant pudding or pie filling, and do it right away. Rob, I'm hurrying along because I want to get your song on.
I have a song from Pete's Dragon, the Walt Disney movie.
Stand right here in the center because his former boss is watching. Ladies and gentlemen, a former protege of Fred Waring, here's Rob Reider.
Candle on the water, my love for you will always burn. I know you're lost and drifting, but the clouds are lifting. Don't give up, you've got somewhere to turn. A cold and friendless tide has found you. Don't let the stormy darkness pull you down. I'll build a ray of hope around you, circling in the air, guided by a prayer. I'll be your candle on the water. This love inside of me will grow. Keep holding on, you'll make it. Here's my hand, so take it. Look for me, reaching out to show, as sure as rivers flow. I'll never let you go.
I think he enjoyed it, Rob. I think he enjoyed it. On our next program, Dr. Henry Heimlich will be here to talk about his maneuver, and also Earl Thomas Conley. Country Western music, Lillian Fullis will stretch you and make you feel better, and a big money call worth $8,000. Help me thank Fred Waring, ladies and gentlemen, and the Pennsylvanians tonight at Memorial Hall in Dayton, Ohio. Thank you, Fred. You were delightful.